How Prince Andrew's scandal is affecting the rest of the royal family, from the Queen to Meghan Markle. Welcome, royal watchers, to Crown Chronicles, your ultimate destination for everything happening inside the British royal family, from behind-the-scenes secrets to the latest royal shakeups. If you love exclusive insights into the world's most talked-about monarchy, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join our growing royal community. Because today's story is one of the most explosive yet, we're diving into how Prince Andrew's never-ending scandal is casting a shadow not just over him, but across the entire royal family, from Queen Elizabeth's legacy to the Sussexes' struggles in California. Prince Andrew's name has become synonymous with controversy, and though years have passed since the allegations first surfaced, the aftershocks are still being felt through every corridor of Buckingham Palace. His fall from grace has not only destroyed his own reputation but continues to create tension and division among his royal relatives, in ways most people could never imagine. Let's start from the top. For Queen Elizabeth II, Andrew was known to be her favorite son. She adored him deeply, always viewing him as her charming, loyal boy who could do no wrong. Even as the scandal erupted in 2019 with his now infamous BBC Newsnight interview, the late Queen stood by him longer than anyone else in the family dared to. It was her instinct to protect him, a mother's love, yes, but also a monarch's mistake. That loyalty came at a cost. Behind the palace walls, advisors reportedly pleaded with her to cut ties sooner, fearing that Andrew's presence would tarnish the dignity of the crown she had spent 7 decades preserving, and they were right. As the accusations grew louder and court cases mounted, the Queen found herself reluctantly stripping her son of his military titles and royal patronages. But those who knew her best say the decision broke her heart. Even in her final months, it's believed she worried about how the scandal would affect the monarchy's image, and the future of the institution she loved. After her passing, King Charles inherited not only the throne but the full weight of his brother's disgrace. And make no mistake, Charles is furious. Palace insiders have described him as determined to protect the crown's reputation at all costs. He's made it clear there will be no way back for Andrew as a working royal. Charles's decision to freeze Andrew out of official duties and limit his appearances at family events wasn't just a symbolic move, it was a warning to everyone else in the royal circle. No one, not even his own brother, is bigger than the monarchy, but Andrew's presence still haunts the royal image. Every time he's spotted, whether attending a family funeral, church service, or sneaking through the gates of Royal Lodge, headlines erupt. The press can't resist bringing up his past, and that constant reminder makes it nearly impossible for the royals to move on. For Prince William, the situation has been equally infuriating. As the future king, William reportedly sees his uncle as a liability, someone whose past mistakes threaten the careful image he and Kate Middleton have built over the years. William's focus on modernizing the monarchy, embracing transparency, and supporting mental health causes clashes with the shadowy and secretive reputation Andrew brings. Royal aides say that behind closed doors, William was one of the strongest voices urging his father to remove Andrew's royal privileges permanently. He's been determined to make it clear that this new generation of royals stands for accountability, not scandal. Meanwhile, Kate Middleton, who's known for her quiet grace, has been placed in the uncomfortable position of helping to maintain family unity while protecting her children from association with controversy. Insiders say she's sympathetic to Beatrice and Eugenie, Andrew's daughters, who are caught in the crossfire of their father's disgrace. But even Kate knows that public forgiveness is a luxury the royals can't afford right now. The public eye is merciless, and the monarchy's survival depends on maintaining trust. Then there's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, whose relationship with the rest of the royal family was already strained before Andrew's scandal intensified. In many ways, Andrew's situation has created a bizarre paradox for them. While Harry and Meghan were heavily criticized for stepping away from royal duties and speaking out publicly, Andrew, accused of far worse, was quietly protected for years. Many of Meghan's supporters have pointed to this double standard as proof of how the palace selectively defends its own. Even across the Atlantic, in their Montecito mansion, Harry and Meghan haven't escaped being pulled into the drama, sources close to the Sussexes say Meghan was shocked by how the institution handled Andrew's allegations compared to how it treated her and Harry's mental health struggles and media battles. The situation reinforced their belief that the monarchy values silence and image over transparency and justice. And while Harry has reportedly remained in minimal contact with his uncle, the whole affair deepened his mistrust of the institution he left behind. It's not just the senior royals who are affected. The younger generation, from Prince George to Princess Charlotte, will one day inherit a monarchy still cleaning up the stains of these scandals. King Charles knows that if the royal family wants to survive another century, they need to distance themselves from the missteps of the past, and that means making hard, often painful decisions. But here's the irony: even as the palace tries to move on, Andrew himself refuses to disappear. Reports suggest he's lobbying quietly behind the scenes for a chance to return to public life, convinced that he can rehabilitate his image. He's been spotted riding horses in Windsor, attending church with Sarah Ferguson, and occasionally making appearances that seem to test how much public tolerance remains. Unfortunately for him, that tolerance is nearly gone. Public opinion polls show that support for Andrew remains at rock bottom, and his presence only drags down the family's overall popularity, and yet, despite everything, his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, have remained loyal. They've stood by their father, attending events with him and offering quiet emotional support. But even their reputations are at risk by association. The palace is said to be cautious about granting them any prominent royal duties, fearing that reintroducing the York family could reopen wounds the monarchy desperately wants to heal. So how far does the damage go? The answer is, very far. From tarnishing the Queen's pristine image to complicating Charles's modernizing mission, dividing William and Harry further apart, and feeding the narrative of unfair treatment toward Meghan, Andrew's scandal has become a shadow that stretches across every corner of the royal family. The monarchy is built on image, legacy, and the illusion of perfection. But Andrew's actions tore a hole in that illusion, one that no amount of ceremony or tradition can easily patch. And while the palace works tirelessly to refocus public attention on duty, service, and the next generation, this one scandal remains a ghost they just can't seem to exorcise. So what happens next? Will King Charles finally take the decisive step of pushing Andrew completely out, even evicting him from Royal Lodge? Or will he continue to handle his brother's disgrace quietly, behind closed doors, hoping the noise fades with time? One thing's for sure, the royal image will never fully recover from this, not while Andrew remains a symbol of everything the crown wants to forget. Thank you for joining us on Crown Chronicles. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more royal revelations, scandals, and secrets from behind palace walls. Because when it comes to Britain's royals, nothing stays hidden forever, and every crown has its cracks.